This is not a scheduled stream or anything like this. So if there are some guys who are going to be new here, um, welcome to the show. My name is Sham. This is 0x5. The truth is always out there. I always say this. This is a very unique type of a live stream. So if you are here for the first time, do consider hitting that like button, maybe subscribe as well after you've heard what I got to say, right? So we've been talking about the market recently, and there's been I've made some speculations on what I would like to see with the market. So last week I was talking about how we could afford to see the candle go as low as 90k and we'll still be fine because the trend will be valid. Of course, we printed a brand new candle, and this week things don't look that good because a lot of the information on the charts, especially on the RSI, stochastic RSI, especially on the daily, the lower time frames, are showing a bit of a bearish divergence, and we might end up actually having a bit of a bloodbath, right? Now, the thing that concerns me the most is because this candle could potentially become a red candle, it has the power up to now, right? Let's just be a bit hypothetical here. So obviously the candle hasn't done anything. So it's the beginning of the week, but it has the potential to invalidate last week's candle. That's what my concern is, right? So I'm just being transparent here. That's what I'm concerned about, right? Of course, we don't have a crystal ball, so we don't know what the future is. So for me, the way I look at it is if this candle invalidates previous candle, then of course we need to find a support, and the only support I could see on the chart right now is around the 86k. Again, those of you who follow me on Discord and everything, you know I've already shared the charts and the lines as well. So that's a level I'm looking at for a support. All right. However, if I focus on the Fibonacci's, then on the Fibonacci level it's showing about 72k, right? Which is a bad thing. By the way, it's a bad thing. We don't want to go down there. Now, there's another potential to all of this, right? I see Faisal here. Awesome. Salam, my brother. I'm good, right? Of course, this is unscheduled. I just thought, you know what? I'll just get out there and just do a live stream and talk about the market a little bit and the potential of what might happen. So I'm just kind of reiterating. So if you are here for the first time, my name is Sham. This is 0x5. The truth is always out there. And it's what I'm going to say on these videos. You can come back to me and haunt me if you have to, if I've said something wrong. Right. Of course, you're not going to die and become a ghost, but that's a whole different story. So, let's stick to the subject, right? So I see two potential here. One potential that BTC could bleed out, right? And it could drag everything out. Now, this is just me being hypothetical here. This is all based on a theory, right? None of this is set in stone, guys. Remember, we're currently in a price discovery since we broke past the previous all-time high, which is the 73,700 for the BTC. Since then, we've been in price discovery, and we could last in price discovery for weeks and weeks, if not months, right? So it doesn't matter. All of this could be irrelevant, right? However, it's good to be kind of aware of what kind of situations we might have. It's good to have some level of foresight, right? What if something happens? Are you prepared? So all I'm trying to do here is get you kind of prepared for any worst case scenarios. Of course, to say it simple, if you want to know the simple answer, nothing's bad, right? Nothing's bad. Market still looks like we still have enough steam to carry on. So if that's all you want, then that's all you got. But in detail, right, if we talk about it, things are slightly different, right? So in detail, there are two probabilities here. One, BTC could easily dump all the way down to $72,000 based on the Fibonacci levels. But of course, we have a few more levels before that. I'm not too concerned. Based on the chart pattern, 86k is our support zone. So that's a good thing, right? I'm not concerned about that as well, as long as we can hold that and we don't break past that. So that's that. However, we do still have an entire week to decide. And Wednesday is usually a good day. So I'm going to see what happens around Wednesday. Maybe the stochastic RSI, the RSI, will actually reset by that time. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed and hope, right, that the RSI resets by that time. All right, so that's the whole idea. Now, during this time, there's another potential, and I've talked about this last couple of videos as well, last couple of streams, we talked about it. One of the biggest potential we have right now, and I'm kind of excited about this, is other altcoins, provided they do not follow BTC, right? And people don't panic and start dumping, right? When BTC dumps, there's a massive potential for other cryptocurrency altcoins, right? Ethereum and all sorts of other big major league coins, right? Let's just call it major league coins. They have a potential now to take some of that market cap, take some of that dominance away from BTC. That excites me, right? And also when I'm looking at Ethereum today, it's tested the 3,500 that I've been talking about for the last couple of days. It's tested it a couple of times, but it hasn't gone above the resistance level that I have, which is at $3,586, I believe, right? There's a line, and again, I've shared the chart already. So those of you guys who are following me on Discord, you already have those charts. I believe somebody's even pinned them, so they're there, right? I'm not just talking just random gas here, right? This is the data's already been given to you guys, so any numbers I'm giving you, it's already there. So the proof is there, the truth is out there, right? So that's that. So I think there's a great opportunity for a lot of the major coins like Ethereum, XRP, Solana, what's the others? So there's a few others, like I think someone mentioned Aptos. Doesn't matter what it is, right? It doesn't matter what your favorite coins are. I'm just going to generalize with all the alts, and I believe all the alts, as long as they don't follow what BTC is about to do, next 2-3 days, they have the potential to actually get to certain target lines that we've already set. And if they can do that, then they can start pushing towards their previous all-time high. So this is an opportunity. This is like the market giving an opportunity, Bitcoin literally giving an opportunity, provided people don't freak out. Now, of course, more often than not, people tend to freak out, right? So when people see something bleed out, they start to panic, right? So in this particular case, normally I would say, like, and of course, I'm still going to promote stop loss is your best friend, right? So stop loss is your best friend. However, if you are holding alts and this and that, don't panic. That's all I'm going to say. Don't panic, because the greater trend lines are still intact, right? So we haven't invalidated anything, right? Greater trend lines are intact, right? But stop loss is obviously going to protect you. On the shorter time frame, yes, we might see a bit of a bloodbath, but I think if the market decides that, okay, this is an opportunity for the altcoin season to start, then things become more interesting, because then things can go. So I see Ebenezer, nice to see you on the stream. Thank you very much for coming to the show. I see Debs Stevesta, I think. Okay, nice. Ebenezer, okay, Ebenezer. Okay, I see the Ebenezer. All right, nice. Thank you. Nice to see you here. Welcome to the show. I talk about crypto stuff here. Who? When are you coming home, Daddy? Who's Daddy? What? What the hell is going? Okay, listen, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Anyway, listen, you guys carry on having a joke. Right? This is getting weird right now. Okay, this is not made for kids, by the way, guys. So I might effing blind here. So if you are kids, go to bed. It's past your bedtime, right? Yeah, I don't know who the hell these are. Anyway, I'm not going to respond to any of these stuff. Right? Look, guys, we're talking about serious stuff here, right? So with crypto, as I said, like, what you got to understand is there's opportunities, there's potentials in the market, right? And potentials are like the altcoins could start to pump, right? And if they do pump, then Bob's your uncle, right? So the way I'm going to say, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just because these chats are getting a bit annoying, so I'm just going to leave the normal chat. So yeah, unless it's I don't know, unless it's a super chat, I'm not going to see it. We're not going to talk about how much people make. Come on, that's stupid. Don't be silly here. We're not doing that, right? Anyway, let's leave all of that, right? This is a live stream, guys, so you don't want to really mess this up. That's why I'm going to switch the thing on. I see Silent Sweep here. That's my brother. Nice to see you. Maybe Silent Sweep can have a chat with these people on the comments. Anyway, let's continue with what we're talking about. So it's a bit of a distraction. What I'm saying is, look, if the market decides not to follow BTC, right, when this or if this dump happens in the next few days, in the next 48 hours, right, then there's an opportunity for the entire market to start picking up and take some of that dominance, and that's what we want. We want to see Bitcoin's dominance to drop. Right, we want to see Bitcoin's dominance to drop, because that's where we're going to get the maximum gains on our altcoins. Because remember, I've mentioned this before as well. A lot of the altcoins haven't actually what do you call this? They haven't gone back to their previous all-time high, right? In fact, a lot of them are still hovering around some of them haven't even gone to their 50% mark, right? So that's an opportunity. I believe that the market could take away some of that dominance, right? It's a good thing. So in this particular case, as I was saying earlier on before I got distracted a little bit, I believe that there's an opportunity for us to hold the altcoins, not to panic, right? Because anyone who panics right now is a whole different. So also, I've noticed like on certain what do you call this? Like the things that I'm following, like CoinGlass and all sorts, right? There's other programs that I follow. On those ones, I have notifications for like who's buying and who's selling, or some of those large whales or whale alerts, right? Kind of those, right? So I have seen a lot of USDT being printed right now, right? So when you see that being printed, of course, maybe someone's just taking out profit. However, I also kind of think that that will kind of push BTC price because it's an opportunity. So maybe some people are getting ready to buy the dips, right? Because when you start seeing funds flow in and out of exchanges, you get a rough idea of what's really going on. Funds moving out, if BTC, Ethereum start moving out of an exchange, that makes sense. Okay, people are hodling, right? If it comes back to an exchange, well, it makes sense they're probably going to start selling. And also when you start seeing like USDT coming into an exchange, well, there's probably getting ready to buy, right? Or at least deploy for something. So, no, I'm not. Listen, I don't give a damn about your super chat or anything, please, right? So if you want to get offended here, I'm ready for it. You're talking to the wrong guy. I don't give a shit. Honestly, if I'm on a live stream, I absolutely do not give a shit about effing and blinding everybody. So you're getting this wrong. What I'm trying to say is I'm going to ignore, right, any BS that's basically coming in. If you have no interest to be here, please don't waste my time. Go to another place, right? This is serious stuff here. We're doing serious stuff here. And first of all, you shouldn't be asking how much money I've made, how much money I've got. None of that business. It's none of your freaking business, right? So believe me, I don't give a shit, especially when I'm here, right? You're talking to the wrong guy. I don't need your super chats or anything. All I'm saying is probably that will prevent you from spamming the chat, right? So let's leave that aside. I'm going to ignore you and carry on. P. Diddy, you are scrambling and scraping the crypto. Scrambling and scraping the crypto. Am I scrambling and scraping the crypto? Probably. Leave that aside anyway. Like, look, am I scrambling the crypto? Do I have that much power? Probably, right? But end of the day, end of the day, we're not here for that. So just don't ruin somebody's live stream if you're not interested in crypto, if you're not interested in what I've got to talk about, if you're not interested in having foresight, or if you're not interested in understanding that we're making certain kind of predictions and telling you what the probability is and warning you what could potentially happen, or probably even giving you an insight and telling you that, okay, if you hold, you might actually benefit more. If you don't want none of that, it's not the place for you. Do you know what I mean? It's not the place for you, right? So, end of the day, I am who I am. My name is Sham. This is 0x5, and the truth is always out there. As I just said, I don't give a shit. Silent Sweet. Please block these Derek's or whatever. I don't know, my bro. I don't know how to block these people. If we had a moderator or something, maybe. But look, listen. There are people out there, trolls out there. Who cares about them? I don't. Right? End of the day, you're here. I'm here. This is real. We're live. That's what matters, right? So I'm going to ignore these people. I don't really care, and I've kind of stated my fact. I don't give a shit, right? If you want the information and if it helps you, good luck to you. If it doesn't help you, what am I supposed to do, right? I can't help you. Passin, you make 300 at 15, good day, right? Have a good day, no problem. Carry on. Nobody gives a damn about how much you make, all right? Unless you're willing to share it with me. If you want to share it with me, drop it in the super chat. How about that? Yeah, so rich, drop it in the super chat. So anyway, leave that. I'm not silent. Ignore them. Don't worry about that, bro. By the way, silent. We got to meet up someday, bro. We've got to meet up. So when you're free, give me a shout. We're gonna meet up, right? And of course, we'll carry on. So ignore these people. I'm not really that interested. Anyway, let's talk about the market. So BTC, all right? BTC right now, looking at the chart, it's at 95,700. Again, it's going towards that direction. As I said, right? Now I'm going to ignore all of this, right? As I said, for me, the way I look at it, in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch off chat right now. All right? I'm actually going to switch off chat. So I'm not going to see any chat. So you guys carry on, it doesn't matter, right? I'm not even bothered because it's quite distracting. Honestly, we don't need that. So Silent, if you are, I know your last message was of course we're going to meet each other, inshallah. We're definitely going to meet each other at some stage. So obviously these people have no idea what we do. That's a whole different story. Leave them aside. The chats are off, so I'm not going to be able to see any chats right now. I just don't want to be distracted. I've got more important things to do. I've got a whole community to guide here, right? Whether they take my guidance or not, it's a whole different story, all right? But at least I'm doing something. I'm making an effort to come here to talk to people and tell people what to expect, what not to, all right? And I can assure you, more often than not, right? People have found some benefits, right? If they didn't, they wouldn't come back. I wouldn't be here. Do you know what I mean? My channel wouldn't exist, right? My community wouldn't exist, right? My friends, all of the friends that I've made through YouTube that I talk to every other day, they wouldn't exist, right? So clearly I'm doing something right. So people can't appreciate that's a whole different story. So I don't know what the chats are saying, so forget that. So total market cap right now sitting at 3.2, as mentioned on yesterday's live stream. I'm okay as long as we don't go to $3 trillion, right? Because if we do, then we've got a problem. 3.2, that's like what, $230 billion. If that vanishes, it's okay. I'm not too concerned about it, right? Because it's a psychological level. If we lose a 3 trillion on a psychological level, then people start panicking more. That's what I'm saying. It's not like, oh, I don't care about it. No, what you got to understand is sometimes it's technical and sometimes it's just psychological. It's just human behavior, right? So we don't want human emotions to be affected, like this stream where people come and talk nonsense garbage. So what we don't want is the market to have the human psychology enter and then price dump hard. We don't want that. As I said, BTC 86k is good, right? Again, these lines were already drawn on the charts and I've already shared it, right? So that's where we could potentially find a good support because we have held support there before as well. So if we can hold that, we can move forward from there. Not an issue. Not the best thing. Like, we don't want to see that. I know last week I said, look, like yesterday's stream as well, I said I would love to see a 90k. And if the candle closed, last week's candle, if it closed 90k or anything around that figure, it wouldn't be a problem because the trend would have been valid. But this is a bit of a problem, right? Anyway, it gives an opportunity, as I said. So Ethereum is making a move, which is fantastic to see. And I hope Ethereum stays, right? And people don't pull out, right? Because if they start pulling out for profits or whatever, they could potentially wreck the price even more. And that's what we don't want to do. We don't want to see lower, lows, right? We want to see highs, right? Even higher lows is fine. That keeps the trend going. So ultimately, that's what we want to see. But, as I said, there's a lot of opportunity in the market. Like, for example, say SEI, that's pumped quite a bit. It even went higher than expected, actually, because we were hoping that it can stay around the 50. It went higher than that. It closed higher than that. Currently sitting at 61 cents, which is brilliant because it's now heading towards that $1 target that we have, actually the 114 target that we have. And that's only like 1x away from here. So that's easily going to happen. When we look at Solana, okay, it suffered a little bit because of BTC bleeding out. It suffered. It did test its previous all-time high. Sadly, it didn't stay above, right? Because we wanted to stay above. It didn't. It just, the candle fell through, which is good. Even now, when we look at $243, that's close to 260. So it's fine. We're not going to complain too much. Of course, can we expect it to bleed out a little bit more? Possibly, right? And I'm going to talk about Solana meme coins as well, because that's obviously something we've been playing around with. XRP is at 147 again. Yesterday we were at 130 something. Today at 147. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's doing its thing. It's making a move and it's doing its thing. Also, to talk about XRP, there was another video I did a couple of days ago regarding Flare Network and Songbird, right? Flare has been holding okay, but Songbird has been doing quite well, actually. So it's up like 3 points or 2 points, I believe, right? So it's now currently 0.0011 or something like this, something weird like that. But it was at 9 and it's gone to 11 now. So it's 2 points up, right? Which is quite good, right? So I mean, it was like 14% up or something. That's not bad, right? So they are, these three are connected. So remember this, these three are well connected, right? So they're performing really well. All right, that's what I want to say. They are performing very well. No, it's at 0.010. Sorry, my bad. Songbird currently is 0.010. It was at 0.11 at some stage, right? And yesterday it was at 0.09 or whatever. Not yesterday, day before, when we talked about it. So it is what it is, right? So of course, this week's going to be important. This week's going to be very interesting for us. All right, very, very interesting for us. I want to see where we close, because sometimes I've talked about this before as well. There's a lot of the time, we get, what do you call this? There's a lot of the time we have, like, we talk about this, like, with the market, where would the lows be? Like, where could we potentially expect a low or whatever? Now, we can actually only, like, for myself, right, when I'm doing analysis, right, I can only give those numbers and throw those numbers once we settle down. So whether we top out or whether we find a support, that's when we can start calculating. So it's all about candle closes. So yes, we've had a good few weeks of positive candles. Can we expect a negative one? I think we can. Does it invalidate the trend? Hopefully not. As long as we stay around the 86k, I think the trend is solid. 72k does technically invalidate it, because it takes us below the previous all-time high, which is something we don't want to see. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Right, let's see. Well, I've put the chat back on, so if you are here, you can chat now. I think our little crazy person asking too many weird questions, which are very personal, I think they've left. Anyway, they said they just realized I'm Muslim. Yes, I'm Muslim. I did say salam to my brother Faisal. So yes, I am Muslim, and yeah, bless you too for leaving the stream if you have definitely gone. But listen, we are, it's not about being a Muslim, it's not about being a Christian, being a Jew. Normally I would greet, if I do greet everybody, I will greet them in every other culture. It doesn't matter. I'm inclusive. I don't just provide this for Muslim brothers and this and that. My community is quite big. Not many, it's not big in that sense, like, oh, we've got hundreds of thousands of people. No, we've got a few people, but big as in, like, it is global. So I have a lot of people in my, like, very small Discord community from all over the world, right? And that's a great thing, because you're catering for everybody, and people have enough faith in you that they come and they're supporting you. And I'm talking about guys who have been members of this Discord, this YouTube channel for 3-4 years, right? They've been following me for 3-4 years. Of course, they probably watch other YouTube channels and this and that, but if they have some questions that hasn't been answered by somebody else, then they're coming to me and I'm answering it for them, So again, if you are here for the first time, please do consider subscribing if you like what I'm about. It's always live. Whenever I'm live, it's raw, unscripted. So whatever you're going to see is what you get. This is exactly who I am. I don't put another act on. Right, I am exactly as you see me here, and this is exactly how I talk anyway. So in life, I don't give a shit anyway. So it's the same difference, right? So that's what it is. And honestly, YouTube, I know YouTube doesn't like it. Most of my content, let's put it this way, I am not advertiser friendly. I am not advertiser friendly. Advertisers don't like me, right? Because my content can be really raw, right? Really, really out there. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to talk about this. Of course, the stream was kind of messed up, but it happens. It happens. Listen, when you're out there, and this is just me kind of just going to be mumbling a little bit, right? I'm not going to talk about charts or anything like that. But when you're out there, especially kind of exposed on a live stream or out there in the community, sometimes on a stage or whatever, right? When you're talking, there will be people who are going to try and make things awkward for you. But at that time, right, it depends, like, as a host, right? How do you react to that? That's what matters, right? You can be like me, who doesn't give a shit, right? Or you can basically get your thought process back again and carry on. So even though briefly I was distracted because weird comments, especially that person who was calling me daddy, what the hell's wrong with you? I mean, come on, you're so desperate. I've got kids of my own. I don't need another one, honestly. I'm telling you, right? So yeah, weird stuff. Anyway, so that kind of messes up like your thought process. So it kind of distracted me from what I was going to do. So my rhythm that I had, it took the rhythm away, right? And this is something that in reality we're going to face. We're always going to face, and we have to deal with that, right? So I always say, look, if I'm able to come and do this, and if someone comes and trolls me, can they also do this? Because if you can also do this live, you know, and react to other people, and continue with your stream, then you're good as well. You're good as well, right? So, end of the day, I try my best, right? I'm just a real normal person. I try my best, and yeah, I'm here, right? So as I said, I'm just kind of be mumbling a little bit, but it is what it is. So, guys, I'm not going to make this any longer. It is what it is, right? So if you are coming to the show, or if you have, if you are watching this later on, please leave something in the comments so I know that you've watched it, and you know, I'll reply back to it. Obviously, if it's a good comment, I'll reply back to it. I'll give you a heart, thumbs up, or whatever. But yeah, shit happens. Shit happens, you know. But look, let's just generalize this, right? So the market itself, even if it dumps, as long as we don't go past the 86k, right? Just kind of summarizing, as long as we don't go below the 86k, I think we're solid, we're good to go. And of course, right now I believe that there's an opportunity for altcoins to catch up. So altcoins just need to make a move. As long as people don't panic sell, we should be good to go. So other than that, let me catch you guys on another live. Actually, I was going to talk about some meme coins. What I want to talk about meme coins is, guys, and I want to add this before I go. If you are investing in meme coins, please, right? When you see some profits, right? So if you're buying something that's peanuts right now, literally peanuts, right? And it pumps, you know, 100%, 200%, whatever, and it happens. Believe me, it happens more often than not. Even 10, 20%, 30%. Please consider taking your initial investment out, or at least some of it, because these things don't have a long shelf life, right? They will pump the hell out of themselves when the hype starts, right? When the marketing starts, and then they will dump and vanish, and you'll be holding bags for forever, because these meme coins, there was no intention for these to be a reality. They're just there for a pump and dump. So when you see the pump, right, please, right, and this is not a financial advice or anything. Of course, it's your money, burn it, do whatever you're going to do. But at that time, take your initial investment out, because a lot of the times you'll find that they don't have a good long shelf life, right? You know, big projects out there, well-known projects, of course, those are intended to be blockchains, XYZ, whatever. They've got like 5 years, 10 years, whatever of a shelf life. At least we know that they've got growth in them. But meme coins, they're not there for growth, right? With the exception of like a few of them who have turned into actual blockchains or actual projects, and there's some use cases for them. Most of the other meme coins, the great shills, right, that we get on Twitter or x.com or whatever, they only last a few days. So if you're in it and you've made, you know, a little bit of money, 10, 20, 30%, 100%, 200%, even some guys are making 200 or 2000%, right? 2000%, yeah, 2000. So if you're making that type of gain, take your initial out, take all of the profit out if you can, and leave some if you want, but don't hope that they're going to come back. When they go, they go, right? When they go, they go. So that's all I'm going to say. But as I said, this is not a financial advice. Do whatever you want. It's entirely up to you. If you guys have any questions before I leave, I'll happily answer them. Of course, don't mention any specific coin, because there's too many coins out there for me to have knowledge about them. I've kind of generalized what I expect the market to do. That should answer your questions. But other than that, if there's anything else you want to talk about, I'm happy to talk. I'll happily talk about it. However, if not, then I'm not going to make this stream any longer. Just going to basically move off and carry on with my day, right? So I'm going to give you a minute. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I will activate all of the messages. So all the messages are there so I can see all the messages. So if there is anything, let me know. If not, I'm not going to make this any longer. And I'm just going to be on my way, right? And of course, I'll probably do another live stream tomorrow or something. But totally depends. Like, again, if I do a live stream tomorrow, probably I'll ask the community before I do it. Today's one, I didn't ask the community, I just did it, right? Again, anything I say here or anything, like whatever I'm saying here, there's actual evidence on, like, somewhere on some social media, whether it be Discord or something. I don't do x.com. I haven't done X for a long while. I've just been off it. But there was a time when I would post stuff on X as well, and I think I'm going to get back on X at some stage. I don't do Instagram. I might start doing Instagram at some stage, but right now I don't really do it. Most of the stuff I talk about is on Discord, right? And that's like kind of my track or my evidence, right? I've said it, I've done it. The pictures there, the images are there, right? The charts are there, right? The predictions are there, the calls are there, and any other advice I've given is there anyway. So that's probably my only go-to place. But yeah, if you do have anything, then yeah, let's talk about it. If not, then let's not make this any longer, because obviously we've had a few trolls here kind of ruining the stream. But we recovered well, I believe we recovered well. Let's see where it goes, right? There's a whole bunch of coins on my list that I really want to see perform. And I know we've got in the community, we have very specific, like there's a person who's holding a lot of e-gold, right? Multiverse X, right? That coin. We have a whale, right, in our community for e-gold. We have a whale for Solana. We have a whale for XRP. We have a whale for Cardano, I believe. We have a whale for crypto.com. So we actually have, in fact, I have 2 crypto.com whales. So Crow, I have 2 whales actually in the community. So one of the whales, I think Silent Sweep knows who that whale is. It's one of our friends. So we have whales there. So there are specific coins that of course we want to see perform really well. And yeah, let's see what happens from there. But other than that, guys, I'm going to ask you again, if you are new to the stream or this channel, do consider subscribing if you like real shit, right? Because that's all you're going to get here, real and raw. If you do like that kind of stuff, then please do smash that like button, hit that subscribe. If not, it's okay. It's okay. We're still going to grow. It's okay. I'm still going to be here. You can hate on me. I'm still going to be here. Worst case scenario, if everyone hates crypto, if people don't want to talk about crypto, I'll start cooking. I'll start a cooking show, right? I'm still going to be on YouTube. Other than that, I'll catch you guys on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.